In this paper, we will look at many different ways to help managers help their employees become better learners and to recognize that each employee has true hidden talents. We will discover that finding each employee's multiple intelligences will bring out a better understanding on the best way to train their department employees to better learners for a more productive workplace. Considering the needs of learners in our company, Jane loves to read and use charts and graphs, and she most likely will do well with making presentations and lectures at training meetings. She has linguistic and visual intelligence. John likes to get involved with groups as long as they move along and are interesting. Jody is good at communication skills and would rather listen than read the information she needs to know. Jody has interpersonal and visual intelligence. Jimmy demands logic and perfection, which would make him of logical intelligence. Jackie's is creative and very experienced. She would be good to scaffold a group. Multiple intelligence. With Gardner's view of multiple intelligence, he addresses all the different ways people have intelligence. There are 7 multiple intelligences or talents a person might have. They are bodily kinesthetic, which is a body smart; musical intelligence, which is being musically inclined; interpersonal intelligence, which is people smart; intrapersonal intelligence, which is self smart, like you feel good about yourself; naturalist, which is loving nature and animals; and logical and mathematical visual, like you like to look at charts or videos instead of words. Linguistic, and there is also spatial, which is one who likes art and drawing. And here are some of the multiple intelligence explained better. Linguistics, you excel in words, languages, poetry, poets, writers. Visual and spatial excels in shapes, designs, graphics, visualization, designer, engineer. Logical excels in math and logical thinking, bankers, accountants, people like that. Interpersonal is the ability to organize people, group activities, and social relationships, leaders, social workers, coaches, and things like that. Here are 4 learning theories that will help us better understand different principles to use to help with training the employees within your departments. Behaviorism. Learner is passive, learns via external processes, positive reinforcement. Cognitivism, learning goes beyond external, is an internal process, short and long-term memory. There are all kinds of different methods to use for behaviorism: lecture, drill and practice, route learning, multiple choice test, methods and constructionism, discovery, collaborative group work, scaffolding, self-guided learning based on personal experience, and peer grading. Connectivism, their methods are self-directed quests for content, sharing of content sources, spontaneous learning groups, and creates knowledge and collaborativity. When we look at humanism, we have to think about the individual and what hidden talents they might have. This is where I think the manager should hold a training session where everything is pointed towards each individual in class. A paper should be passed out that only asks questions about each individual's likes and dislikes, hobbies, interests, goals, and how each person thinks they learn the best. The teacher should then read over these papers so they can try and include different ways of teaching, like videos, repetition, scaffolding, etc. So each employee might be able to retain the material by learning in ways that best suits their individual needs. Behaviors that are linked to humanistic values include demonstrating respect, the importance of understanding your employees or learners' needs, enhancing personal connections, drawing out and responding to emotional expressions and communications, pointing out and commenting on humanistic behaviors. Strategies that can be used to help train your department employees. This strategy comes from behaviorism theory, and it is operant conditioning, which is the probability of response increases due to its consequences. A good idea to use for your employees with this strategy would be to give each employee what they need to know for the training class by showing a presentation, and then split the class up into 3 groups. And they have an oral questions and answer quiz. At the end of the class, the group that actually participates and gets the answers right would be rewarded with lunch for that day. The employees would then pay attention so that they could go to lunch that day with the department. Working with a smaller group. It is important for managers to provide multiple opportunities for small group activities. In using small groups, a manager could set up training for smaller groups or departments by only having 8 to 10 people at each training meeting so that the instructor can make sure everyone is learning the material. Have managers set up training groups that all work together every month, 1 time a month, and the teacher should use scaffolding to help the employees to know where everyone stands in the learning process. Use of visuals. Using a video or slideshow that has a link so that the employees can watch it anytime at work or home would be a great training tool. Have each department come in and watch the training video, which has audio, video, graphs, and visual charts, and then make sure everyone has the link to the training video to look at them at any time they may need to. Positive reinforcement. Just a simple act of telling someone they are doing a good job will help the employee feel good about themselves and feel like they are a vital part of the company. Reinforcement can make an employee want to learn on their own just to feel the satisfaction of accomplishment and the feeling of self-worth within the company they work for. Arm yourself with knowledge. Learning theories are important to educate and training because it arms the teacher with effective ways to meet the learning needs of learners. Learning theories give a deeper insight on the mindset background of learners. It gives a better idea of the purpose behind teaching and learning. It enhances teaching and learning and provides a guide to the teacher and learner in achieving grades and getting results. Because it's lets the teacher and the employee learn about how they learn in a relaxed environment that will help employees and management work together to become a better company that understands the true talent of each employee. This in turn will bring out the best in every employee. That's why I believe that my training would be the best option for the company to choose. Reinforcement learning is a theory of motivated action that is actions resulting from computation of value, hence why it has always been used to model how the brain decides what actions to take. Therefore, we claim behavior change requires reinforcement learning as much as changing behavior requires motivation.